Testing. Okay, audio's working, and... Hello, everybody. Welcome to Violet Cove. I'm sure I should let Max, the DM, do the introduction.
I was gonna say, hi everybody, welcome to session 0 of Violet Cove. I'm Max. I'm gonna be the MC of this game, and although we won't be playing today, I'm happy to introduce you guys to all of our prospective players. So if before we do anything, if everyone wants to go around with their real name and their real person pronouns for everyone watching. Phil, you
Who do
can
you want to
start.
start? I can start? Oh my god, I'm Phil.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the order that you guys are on my screen.
Sure, I don't know what order that is, but I guess I'm first. I'm Phil. Hi. I use he, they pronouns. How's it going?
Okay,
Harry, go ahead.
I'm Harry. I'll be playing Bryce the vampire, and I use he, him pronouns. Oh, Jordan's in the chat. Hey, Jordan.
Vic.
Hey, what's up? I'm Vic. I use she, her pronouns, and well, I guess since we're doing this now, I'm playing the werewolf.
We got Spicy Bean. We got a
Amanda.
lot of people.
Am I next? All right. So, my name is Amanda, but people mostly know me as Pand, which is like panda without the A at the end. I'm going to be playing the witch, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
I should get my friend Panda on this stream just to confuse us both.
Oh my god.
Oh,
There can only be one.
Only one.
Oh,
Fight to the
only
death.
one.
Okay, am I the last one?
Yep.
Hello, I'm Jane. I use she,
Yeah,
her,
you're the last one.
she, her pronouns. I will be playing Rin, the queen.
And to circle back, because I didn't say it, I'm going to be playing Maddie, the mortal.
Yeah.
The alliteration wasn't
Okay, I
planned.
could not resist, and I opened this on my phone, and I'm looking at myself. It's weird.
Bam.
Alright.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see it. I closed it. I just wanted to see it.
Damn it, we should have taken
I'm
bets how
sorry.
long that would have taken.
My ego is gigantic for everybody watching. So long as I'm wearing makeup, I love myself.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
When the
amazing.
makeup comes off, that's another issue. Okay,
not
yeah.
go there.
So the first thing I wanted to do is kind of introduce the setting to people who may not have read the info doc thoroughly or just interested in hearing about Violet Cove. The town is called Violet Cove. It is an invention of my own based off of a lot of my own weird experiences growing up in Staten Island. We have a couple of other people from Staten Island in the chat who can confirm how intensely weird it is here. And, you know, a bunch of other things that are similar to the inspirations listed for Monster Hearts, you know, teen drama towns, kind of spooky, kind of supernatural. So Violet Cove is in southern Utah and is very remote and formed around a large lake. It is an ex-vacation town where rich people used to go all the time. There's a small amusement park there. And there was at the time like a lot of rentals, a lot of local businesses. Until there was an accident about from real time, what would be 8 years ago. Where people died in the amusement park with a machinery malfunction, and since then the town has kind of been blackballed amongst the rich people vacation town list. And people don't really go there anymore, so it's just locals kind of alone in this like desert oasis. The town has 2 high schools. I did give the players the choice of picking if they wanted to go to the private school or the public school, which would vastly affect the story, and they picked the public school because after my own heart, we suffer together, and so we'll talk about everybody's roles a little bit more within the school later on, but they will be representing the Violet Cove High Dragons. I did a brief touch on the Mormonism. There aren't Mormons in this town because I didn't want to do it, and it's my game, and I don't think anyone else wants to do it either. It came with the territory of Utah, and you know, I put out a couple of places of interest for us to talk about, and I think those will tie into more of our character backstories. So we can get to that later. For now, why don't we start doing some character discussions? Do you guys want to go in the same order that you went before to talk about characters?
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
fine
I guess
with
that
me.
works.
I'm
Alright.
kind of the least interesting in terms of like
Actually, you
setting in the
can't. You
town.
can't
So
go first because of
yeah,
So,
yeah, I
Harry,
have to
I
go
guess
last,
you
I
go
believe.
first because you're next.
Sure. I play Bryce, the vampire. He is very, very old. But he was turned when he was very young, so there's a bit of a disparity there. He doesn't like people, and has learned over the years to not form close connections to people. He likes cars, and he's a mechanic. That's what he does in his spare time when he's not at school. When he is at school, he generally likes to keep his face out of people's businesses. Keep his face out. Words difficult, anxious.
You
Yeah,
got
no,
this.
yeah, he's kind of isolated. He's a loner. But yeah, he's okay. That's coughing. That's okay. There's a lot you'll learn about him. He's got quite a few secrets.
All right. Yeah, I won't ask you to divulge those now. I'm gonna ask a little bit about your living situation. Is Bryce living alone or with other people?
He lives alone, on his own, in a little auto shop outside town.
Okay.
Love that.
And I would ask you if your character has a car,
He
but I
has
know for
quite
a
few,
fact that. Okay.
most of which
That would
are
make
junk,
sense.
some of which are not. But you know,
hmm And how would you say, in terms of school, are you a studious kind of guy, or are you kind of lacking or kind of tired of that? And are you involved in any of the extracurriculars there?
so as far as extracurriculars, not really. But as far as his studies go, he's taken he's taken this grade quite a few times. Because, you know, he's been around for centuries in various places, and he's been here for a few decades, and, you know, he looks like a kid, so he's got to go to school. So at this point, like, completing most of the tests, writing essays, all that stuff is muscle memory. And so even though he doesn't really care, he can't help but do well. In fact, he tries to sabotage
Okay.
himself, often to no avail.
Oh God! So you're that guy who doesn't study and gets an A, and
Well,
everybody
yeah,
hates
but
you
only
for
because
it.
I've taken the same test 30 times.
But they don't know that, do they?
That's true.
Oh my god.
Even if I did know that, me in high school would have hated you for it anyway.
That's probably fair.
I mean, that was my high school
I'll give
experience.
you guys other reasons to hate Bryce before you fall in love with him.
Oh God, I can imagine Bryce though. Like, imagine how mad you could have been when they like invented physics and like made that a class in high school. Oh,
God,
what a thing.
Imagine when calculus was invented.
I think calculus is older than physics though, or a lot of the physics that they
I
teach in schools
believe
now.
it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
academic shift between what is it, theology to other humanities must have also effed up with Bryce.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
well,
true.
you got to keep it exciting. You got to keep it fresh.
Yeah. Get away
Okay.
from Jesus.
And Bryce is a vampire, so I mean, definitely one of my favorite skins in the game. I do have an NPC who will be a vampire as well. More on that. But Harry will be playing with the hot and cold stats as high, and volatile and dark as those low stats. I think we have a lot of people with similar high stats in this group, so that should be interesting. Let's see. Next up, Vic, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Whew, okay. She's a fucking disaster. I'm sorry. That's the simplest that I can put it. She is a butch lesbian disaster.
Oh, thank God.
She's
Just
think
what
it's
I
a cool
wanted for
girl
Christmas.
high
and
stat,
she goes
yeah.
part eyes. It's just like that.
Okay. Did you
The
name her
lesbian
yet?
high school experience.
Yeah.
Becca. Well, Rebecca, but yeah.
When you asked that, I had a tiny heart attack. It's like, where did I get the name Rebecca? Fuck! Why did I
I'm
put
sorry.
it on the
I'm
overlay?
sorry. I
Like,
forgot.
where did I get that from?
Okay, yeah. All right, so you're playing Becca, the werewolf, butch lesbian disaster, modern cinematic classic. We've all seen She-Ra. Noel Stevenson, please watch our show.
Oh my god.
Let's not beat around the bush. I would die. All right, so we've got a
We
butch
all know
lesbian
that, Max.
disaster.
Show wouldn't go very long, but
And is this disaster kind of more on the social side of things, or are you also a people hater like Harry's character?
For the most part, just generally not good at being social like she wants to be, but just kind of sucks at it.
All right, so the social skills are lacking, but you're trying your best.
Yeah, the social skills are lacking. She's trying her best. There's like a couple people that she actually likes and gets along with, like a very small number.
All right, yeah. Has a few friends. All right, what about your family? What is the parent situation for Becca, or lack thereof?
She lives with her mother. No dad involved.
Okay, and
She,
what does
her
your
mother's
mother
just,
do?
Her mother's just kind of, kind of not entirely in the picture. Like, she's there, but is she though?
All right, so she's really absent.
she signs the paperwork.
Yeah.
She signs the paperwork. She signs the paperwork and makes sure she doesn't end up in the foster system. That's basically about it.
So does she travel a lot for her job?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what yet. I didn't get that far, but traveling a lot definitely works.
That's all right. There are plenty of jobs that solicit a lot of travel. People who work in the flight industry as like flight attendants and pilots are often out a bunch. Also, construction doesn't not of too much concern. You can pick later on if anything like rings a bell for you. I know Becca has a motorcycle and an accompanied motorcycle license. I'm assuming. Okay.
I sure hope
One would
so.
Listen, with Vic, you have to check.
Oh god.
You don't have to call me out like this.
I do though. I do.
The senior year of high school is on the down low. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, so...
Okay, yeah, so, you have a motorcycle, and, do you have, does Becca have, like, any type of job in town, or, just hanging out on the parents' money right now?
That's a good question.
Okay.
What's that clicking noise?
I don't know.
It's like
I'm not doing
someone
anything.
typing something or
Not
flicking
mine.
the mic.
It might have been a...
I hear it from I hear it too.
Yeah. Who isn't hearing it?
I hear it.
I'm hearing it, but
Or
it's
I'm
not
not hearing
me.
it right now, but I was hearing it
Yeah.
but a second ago.
I don't hear it, so it's maybe on my end.
Hang on.
Probably.
let me mute
Jane,
myself.
is your
Yeah.
headphone mic bumping up against your necklace?
Oh, it's the jewelry.
Oh my
yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
The pain of being goth.
My
I do
bad.
understand.
These things happen.
These
I'm
things
also-
do happen.
I'm also sorry if you can hear people going up and down the stairs. My bedroom's under the stairs.
It's alright.
Valid.
Like a much
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like speakers being packed up like upstairs, and it's kind of loud. I'm hoping it's not getting picked up too much.
Yeah. As everyone who's in this chat or in this video call knows, I texted my parents to please not come in my room from 3 to 5. But even though I'm 20 years old and an adult, that means nothing. So hopefully they will comply because they said that they would. Yeah. Oh, I hope they're not watching. No, why would they be watching? They're working. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Alright, so
Sorry, Dad.
as far
Okay,
as
so,
business goes, who else needs to introduce?
hold on, I've got a few more questions for Vic, just about your school habits and activities, which I know some of, but like we need to tell the world.
Do we really?
Yep.
Yes, we do. Yeah. So how is Becca in terms of grades? Is she a studious character?
There's like 2 classes that she has an A in, and the rest of them are like she's passing only just.
Okay, so you excel at the subjects that you enjoy.
Yeah. So like physics is doing really well for this year. That's about it.
Physics
for this
is the
year,
topic
Champ.
of the hour, huh?
Wow.
Okay.
Comes full circle.
And I know that you wanted your character to be a part of the fencing team.
Yes. I am gay and I would like
Okay.
a sword.
You
Fair
can
enough.
have a sword. I'm really here just to enable my friends.
If there are options, because like fencing, like 3 different kinds of thing, I would like saber because getting to swing a sword at people like that is the best kind.
You're fine. Anything else you want us to know about Becca right now?
Right now, no.
Okay. Let me see who is next. Amanda.
All right. So my character is the witch. Her name is Marzana, but it's Mars for short. If you're really close with her, she likes Mars, but some people still call her that begrudgingly. She works at Dolly's Diner in her free time. She's not big on school. I mean, she'll often be absent, and people don't know why or what she does when she's absent. Sometimes it's to work at Dolly's Diner, sometimes it's not. So, she also lives with her grandfather because her parents died when she was very young. So that's her living situation. She's also very goth, and she's a kleptomaniac, and she has a frog familiar.
What breed did you say the frog is? If anyone wants to look it up, because they're super cute.
Yes. It's a budget frog. They're just these really fat frogs that just sit in water, and they're like this big. My dad had one, and I love them.
Oh, I love it.
Fat king.
Oh, we support every frog.
Can you put
Okay,
yourself on
so-
push to talk if you're gonna cough, just for the sake of the stream?
Okay, so
Okay.
you are working a lot, not super big on school, and you're absent sometimes because you're working, sometimes for reasons unknown. Might cause a little bit of chatter. You live with your grandparents, so you have a stable living situation. Does your character have a car or like any specific like mode of transportation, a bike?
I really didn't think about that. I think I'll say she has a bike because I feel like if she's in a small town, she needs some way to get around. So I'll say she has like kind of like a little witchy bike.
All right, and even though you're not in school, are you in part of any of the extracurriculars or any particular program in the school?
Oh hell no. She would rather die than be a part of an extracurricular. Her whole life is Dolly's Diner or whatever the hell else she does when she's gone, which most people don't know about.
Okay. I'm quoting you in our doc, would rather die than be part of an extracurricular. I'm gonna keep that one in mind.
Look, she's the opposite of me, alright? So.
I don't know if she's the opposite of you because you are absent so much.
That's because I was sick, but I was
know.
super studious.
I know, you said that and I was like, wow, sounds familiar to that attendance notice.
Look, hers is by choice. Mine was not by choice.
Uh-huh. Okay. And socially, do you have like a few close friends then? Because you said that some people, like who she's close to, she prefers to call her Mars, or are you referring to like family members?
Like family members. She's not
Okay.
big on having friends because her mindset is more like work, do my own thing, work, do my own thing, school's in the background. But, she's not big on making friends. She doesn't like almost everyone, including her own family, so.
Okay. So is your relationship with the grandparents okay, or is it a little skewed because of her nature?
Yeah, well, her grandmother died not long after the parents, so it's sort of like just her
Just the
grandfather.
grandfather. Okay.
Yeah, and she doesn't really have a close relationship with him. Like, he doesn't know she's a witch. He doesn't know what she does, doesn't care about her academics. They're very distant.
Okay.
But I think it would be interesting if he's trying to get to know her throughout this game. But
okay.
she's not gonna
Got
want
it.
that.
So he's not really sure how to raise a teenager. It's been a long time since he's done it. But
Yeah.
he's trying his best to give you the space that he thinks that you need while still being a friend and a parental type of figure.
Yeah.
All right. I think that covers everything for Marzana for now. Jane.
Hello, I'm playing Rin. She's a time. In terms of familial status, she is the mayor's daughter, and her stepmother is his secretary. She does not live with them. Instead, thanks to streaming on Twitch and YouTube and through the lovely support of her patrons, she is able to live in her own apartment away from them. She does have a car. That was one of her last gifts from her dad when he still cared about her. And I'm sorry, what were the other questions? Oh God, Safi, hi. No. Hi, appearance from my own cat.
Is the cat here?
Yes, the cat is
Absolutely
here.
lovely. She's naked, but we still love her.
I'm sorry, what were the other questions? My memory is awful. Oh God.
It's okay. I didn't ask anything yet, so that's all right. I'm just trying to remember how to spell a simple word that I learned how to spell as a child. Okay.
Who needs them?
Oh, by the way, Rin is half Japanese.
Yeah. Has you have a car. All right, and you are half Japanese. All right, so since you are playing the queen skin, why don't you tell us a little bit about your kind of like interaction with school, socially, grades wise, extracurricular wise? How does that all play into the popularity? Because that's kind of what this class is about.
Curricular wise, she is doing, like she's one of the best students, but she doesn't want people to know. Like totally keep this under hush hush under the covers.
So you're not a flaunter of the grades?
No, she is not a flaunter of the grades. She wants people to think that she is in need of assistance. She can use that leverage to get what she wants, to get close to people. But socially, probably is where she interacts with people the most, and she lives in her own apartment. She hosts a lot of parties and is big organizer of the nightlife, one could say.
Okay, that'll be helpful moving forward.
Rin is a prodigy violinist. But if anyone at school finds out, she keeps a box cutter on her thigh for a reason.
Oh my God.
Okay.
No one must know about that.
Jane texted me that about her character. I was like, that's the weirdest flex ever, but okay.
Sophie, your claws are currently in my thigh, but whatever.
All right. So we've got the parents, the pseudo profession as a streamer. What games do you play as a streamer? Just so I can add that for fun, if you've thought about it.
As a streamer, right now, a big one she's doing is Animal Crossing. But other
iconic,
yes,
so good. Trying to get that 5-star town, probably a Japanese theme, just to feel close to her mother again. But other than that, she would probably play the typical games that are streamed, like Overwatch, or I don't think she probably wouldn't play Fortnite just because she would be it's obnoxious, and also look at the character designs, atrocious. But
actually, Fortnite doesn't exist in my universe.
Oh my God! Thank you. Okay.
I just decided. We live in
an
a world
early
where
access
Elon
code
Musk
for
actually
Valorant.
bought it and got rid of it.
Oh wow, what a legend. Okay, then I guess
Okay.
if she's not doing video games, then she would be doing her makeup, or maybe she also runs like a secret YouTube channel where her face is not shown, and that is specifically for Japanese cooking, which is another thing. She's like, if you find out about this, you get the box
Okay.
cutter. She has a lot
I
of
love
things
her
she's
already.
embarrassed about, and like, or just be like, this is going to ruin my airhead like street cred if people find out that I'm competent at things.
Airhead Street Cred is like.
And yet she's like,
Holy
That's a
shit.
band name right there.
okay, I'm
you
at,
laugh,
like,
but London Fiction is the one really pulling the strings.
okay, listen, as a person who did use the airhead street cred, it's useful. It's very useful. People will just talk about stuff going on in their life, and you'll just like, okay, you're having relationship problems, and your man can't get it up. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jane. Never change.
Yeah, that sounds just about right for Jane. Alright. Alright, that's everybody but Phil. So, Phil, tell us about your character.
Yeah, so Maddie is new in town. Which I think is kind of weird in Violet Cove because it's kind of like an insulated community where that probably has had like the same population like generation for a couple of generations.
Yeah, to be new
At
in
least
town
since
as
like this stuff.
permanent resident is not normal.
Yeah. So she moved here right before the school year started with her dad because apparently Violet Cove said no to parent households.
We all have
But
drama.
but she's been moving around for a lot of her life. She just moved here from San Antonio, like just outside. But her dad is an Air Force engineer, so they move around to different places that have various sort of Air Force bases that need him to work there. And he works at the like service base just outside of Violet Cove. That's where his new job was, and that's what brought them there. School wise, I think she's always sort of had trouble in most subjects just because like different curriculums in different parts of the country tend to change. The one thing that's typically like the same though is math. So she's always been pretty good at math. That's sort of like her forte school wise.
Okay.
For extracurriculars, she is a softball player. She's sort of like, like she's sort of the archetype of like a softball lesbian girl next door type, just mash together those
If
two
you know, you
stereotypes, and that's what you get.
Oh my god.
We have the sword lesbian, we have the softball lesbian, we got it all.
Yeah,
no straight
I mean,
people
what
in
else do
my
you
Violet
need?
Cove. Violet Cove has moved past the need for straight people.
Collect all the
Sorry.
Violet Cove
Her
lesbians.
sexuality, I
Yeah.
don't know her.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you have a car considering you just moved, or did you fly it all over?
No. I think her
Okay.
dad has a car, but he takes it to work every day, right?
Okay.
I think I decided this fairly recently because I'm just making this character like my own, a surrogate for myself in a different life. She has a skateboard, so that's her like main means of transportation around town. Or at least has been in other places that
since
she's
you
lived.
brought that up, are you ever seen around the skate park in town?
Maybe not. She may have gone there like once, like before the school year
Okay.
started, just to like scope it out and be like, what's going on here.
Okay. That is fine with me.
Yeah.
All right.
And should we get do you have other questions, or should we get into like the aspect of like the mortal skin?
We'll do that in just a second. I just want to make sure that I have everything for everyone. Oh yeah, I'm assuming you're new in town, but are you looking to get a job in town? Is there anywhere that you maybe have gone and applied or anything like that?
I don't think she's applied anywhere yet, but she's like on the lookout. Like I think she wants to get sort of settled into school and like get that going before she like brings something else into her life.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't know anybody in school quite yet, at least not well. So no kind of real need to worry about that. We can get onto that mortal aspect now.
If you are looking,
it's time.
The mechanic shop is probably hiring. Considering it's the only one in town,
I mean,
probably...
that would be interesting because your father is an engineer for the Air Force.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if it comes up. So the fun thing about the mortal, since all of the other skins have like either supernatural abilities or like the queen has like influence over people, the mortal is kind of like you don't have any of that. So the main mechanic that the skin is built around is having a lover. And the lover isn't necessarily someone you're like in a relationship with. It's more just like this is sort of like the object of your like affection. Like it could be like a pining sort of thing. And so basically it literally says on the skin sheet you have to declare your backstory last and then choose one person to be your lover. So Max and I talked about this a little bit. And I believe and decided that at least to begin with, her lover is going to be Becca because it makes sense. Because I mean, what lesbian wouldn't be attracted to, a hot woman in a leather jacket on a motorcycle with a sword, right?
Hey.
You know what? You got me there.
Oh yeah, that rumbling you hear, it's not artillery landing behind my house, it's a thunderstorm.
You can let it
They've
stream.
been all over the East Coast lately.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's annoying.
Big time.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, let's hope that your modem doesn't have to take another one for the team.
Oh god, not again. Yeah, Harry's house got struck by lightning. For context.
Yeah, our modem
that's a real thing that happened.
Our modem took just about everything, got fried, but it saved the entire house, all the electrics in the house from getting fried. So honestly, worth it.
That's good. That's good.
Just Mr. President did the whole house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jumped in front of the bullet.
All right. So now that we've got all of our usual characters, first of all, I need you guys to collectively decide. I know how hard it is for any of us to make decisions, but I need you all to collectively decide. Do you want to be juniors in high school or seniors in high school? I don't really want to play with characters any younger than that, but you can pick a year.
I'm going to be a senior.
I'm going to opt for senior just because I don't want to relive my junior career applying to college.
Nobody does.
Very
Nobody does.
That's fair. I'm down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna be the senior class.
It's amazing. This senior class only has 5 students.
Well, no, we're getting to that is the thing.
Yeah.
That I was segueing into how it doesn't have 5 students. So there's gonna be obviously more students than we can kind of design and talk about, but as a group I wanted to design a homeroom class for you all with some familiar faces that'll be kind of seen throughout the game. I thought that it would be good to have, since there are 5 of you, maybe another 10 to 15 people who we don't need to go into depth about, but like name, pronouns, and like some kind of like high school trope that we can attack them to would be good. So, chat, we are open for ideas, I would say. On this one, what is your favorite high school trope? And
Yeah, hit
should
us
we
up with that.
include that? Yeah, no, hit us with some corny ass. I said I wasn't gonna curse too much on this stream. Hit us
You
up
can
with some
curse as much as you want.
corny.
This is rated not for kids, so it's good.
Mac,
It
no
was-
Show
offense,
us what
but
you
I'm pretty sure
got.
that's a high bar for you.
It was a okay. You know what? Just because we know my proclivities as a human being doesn't mean that we should expose it to the people watching.
It was more aspirational than anything.
Okay. I have one already that I will start with. My self-service NPC, who is the captain of the fencing team. So we got that. Now you guys just have to do all of the rest of them.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
A student can be a Chad. Let's make a Chad.
That'll be
on
the
a
fencing
Chad.
team guy, maybe. I don't know.
Should it
Like
be a Chad
name or
named
trope?
Chad?
No, let's give him a stupid name like Lloyd.
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 Okay. So
Okay,
Lloyd.
okay, that's
Yeah,
Lloyd.
anybody, don't be afraid to throw your overeager student activity member and a super serious fencing rival are some things that we got
Okay,
from Silent
I know
Infinity
that-
okay.
and
I know
Brian
that-
LaBerge. A
I
psychic.
know that we discussed. Oh my God, Brian is watching. Hi,
Yeah.
Brian. Vic and I discussed her character being friends with the fencing captain. So that could
Yeah.
be interesting. We could definitely throw in a third fencer if we want them to be, we want it to be really fencing heavy, or we could say maybe they have a playful rivalry on the. I don't know. It's not the field for fencing, but like
The mat.
Yeah, the
something.
mat. I
Sage.
get I fenced
The
for
mat,
like 4
yeah.
years. I should
I
know
think
this.
it's the
I
mat.
don't though. I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm down
Wait,
for the playful rivalry.
Okay.
Brian says hi back,
Okay.
and Scott has recommended a table of goths in the lunchroom.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole table. of
Okay,
gum.
wait. So we have Lloyd.
They never leave the lunchroom.
We have
No, we
Lloyd.
can
He's a
go.
Chad. I would assume that he's like a multi-team athlete, one of those guys who's just at practice all the
Yeah.
time. I knew a girl like that in high school, and she was in marching band too. She was kind of iconic.
So we have we do
did
need
love
the
her.
overeager student
Okay.
activities guy. That's a good idea that we got.
Okay, yeah, we need somebody who's just like in like student council, in like every board, like has such good grades, talks about it all the time, like Dean's
Mhm.
List. What's a good name for somebody
There's
like
someone
that?
who's
Amelia.
gonna get a lot
Oh wait,
Like a-
never
like a
mind, that's
Marvin or
call-out
something.
post to my-
Did
Oh,
somebody say
Marvin.
Did you say
That's my sister's
Marv. I feel like
name,
Marvin
that's
would be
me
a good
talking
name.
shit.
For...
Yeah,
do
my
you
vote
want to
goes
be
to Marvin.
Okay, so Marvin is the overachiever. And what was
We
the
need
other
a
one that was
stoner.
suggested that you said? A stoner. Let's do
Oh, we
it.
do need a stoner.
Oh.
Who do we
Classic.
want to? What do we want to name the stoner? Yep, we got student council overachiever from Scott. Just said.
Can
that.
we wait. Let's do stoner.
can name
Let's
them
do
after people
stoner
in chat.
lady. Let's call her Olivia.
Wait. What if we name them after people in chat?
Oh my god.
I know these people.
Oh, I was thinking B would have been a good stoner
We're
name.
not going to call out our own audience.
What did you say is a good stoner name?
I thought B would have been a
not
good
good
stoner
retention.
name. You know, short, simple, to
B
the
or
point.
V?
B.
Ooh.
B-E-A or just
B.
B-E?
Like short for Beatrice.
Like the insect.
Yeah.
Or something like
no,
that.
yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do that.
Mhm. It's a
B,
good name.
and she's the.
Silent Infinity has said troublemaker always getting into fights. That's a good idea. I like that.
Loker stoner
That's a good one.
TM. Okay, well, yeah, we need like a troubled kid TM.
Let's
Mhm.
see. I feel like
You know, like the
Damien would be
greaser
a good
type.
trouble kid name.
Trouble kid with a heart of
Oh
gold.
my
That's
God, it
one.
would be.
Yeah,
It is.
Scott
Damien
Williams.
is such a
Non-binary
good-
troubled kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my question is, what's the Pokemon Go scene like in Violet Cove? Because if it's really
Oh my
poppin', then we can knock out like 10 to
goodness.
15 kids just like being
We're
super into
not,
Pokemon
no,
Go, and that's their whole thing.
I don't think it's
You can
still
just say-
popular. At least not in high
Yeah,
schools.
no, I
Not that I really
Yeah.
know. I haven't been in one in a few
depends
years.
on the high school.
Do we have a
Depends on
horse
the high
girl?
school.
Actually knock out another one with like the resident nerd.
Brian has said,
yeah,
"I don't want to
okay,
be in.
we can
I
do-
don't want to be in your game. NPCs that get named after real people always die." Fair enough, Brian.
That's why we're not naming NPCs after real people. I would honestly sooner die than name an NPC after Scott because he's in chat. And because I love him, and having to play a different version of him would be really hard.
And you
Okay,
also
so we're gonna-
never know when he ends up on the wrong end of a box
Scott
cutter.
is coming in with a man. Scott is currently the king of chat right now. He has come up with another idea. Hyper competitive theater kid. That's another good one.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay, wait,
Oh my
let's get through a few of these. Let's name our horse
Yeah.
girl. What are we calling our horse girl?
Oh, we have a
Wait,
horse.
Amanda and I went to middle school with a horse girl named Elizabeth.
I think
That's such a
Olivia.
I
horse
also
girl
did,
name.
horse
as
girl.
well.
Totally
Oh my
horse
God.
girl.
As a note,
I was
that
going to
was
say
also...
Ashley, but spelled weird.
Ashley. Oh wait. Okay, wait. Let's do like
Oh, Caitlin could also be like.
Lee is spelled Leigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like exactly how I was
Okay.
thinking.
That's
Yeah.
a great
Okay.
one. Teacher's pet would be like the overachieving student council type.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah,
okay.
Silent Infinity, great idea. I think you already gave us an idea. Ooh, a Star Trek geek who is doomed to be
Oh
a
my
red
God.
shirt. Oh, Silent Infinity. Oh, you're a genius.
Thank you, Silent Infinity. That's an amazing
Thank
idea.
Rebecca or Emily
Oh,
for
wait.
the horse girl names.
I think we already named her Ashley. Also, someone in the party, like one of the characters, is named Becca, so I wouldn't want to go another
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's
Rebecca. Wait, let's do the. Okay, we have like a list now, so we have to do the local nerd, who we have to figure out what kind of nerd they're gonna be, plus the Star
geek.
Trek kid, because I
Mhm.
want those to be two separate things.
Oh, two separate things. Okay.
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
the local nerd's name should be Timothy,
Yes.
Him.
and he insists on being called Timothy. Just like
Timothy.
everyone
People
just
call him
flashes
Tim to annoy
around,
him.
it's
Yeah.
Timothy, and everyone just calls him Tim just to piss him off.
Is this the Star Trek kid, or is it
I think
the
local nerd.
what?
And he just-
Sorry, you cut out.
I think Tim should be the local nerd, and he just butts into conversations, just like, you're wrong.
Okay. So is
Mhm.
he
Oh
like
my
a
God,
like a
He's
science?
that one kid that's like
nerd?
actually.
Yes, he's like the
Yeah.
actually kid.
Mm-hmm.
It should be the kid that
Okay,
thinks he's
I'm,
an
It's
I'm
just-
expert.
writing I'm writing actually kid because I feel like that really sums it up fine.
Captures
Yeah.
the vibe, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
the kid
let's,
that thinks he knows every subject. Not just
let's-
one, he thinks he knows them all.
Let's design a theater kid.
Ooh, boy.
Gonna abstain from using the names of girls that I knew in high school.
Yeah.
We're gonna try our best. But there sure were a lot of
yep.
them at an arts designated high school.
There really
How about
were.
Grace? That's a
Um,
name of like a overachieving theater person.
What is it?
Grace.
You're not wrong.
That I know.
Grace. Yeah,
I'm not
Grace.
gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention any last names, but I certainly know a Grace. And if people who know me, like who knew me in high school, know this Grace too. This is a call out post. She's actually a really nice lady, so you know.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What else are we doing? Are we doing Star Trek Kid separately?
Yeah, they should be separate.
Yeah.
And
I
they
think
should be bitter
so.
rivalry.
Yeah, I know there's a delay, Brian. It's just so it's a little tough to respond instantly to chat, but yeah. The geek, a year and a half younger, skipped a grade. That's a good idea for the geek.
Okay, so
Yes.
actually Kid had skipped a grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the
That-
Star
that's
Trek
actually
kid
perfect.
should be named like Tom, as balance to Timothy. Tom.
That's just
Timothy and
Animal
Tom.
Crossing.
A tale as
Oh,
old as
snap,
time.
you're right.
Why
Oh,
not?
I've been playing too much Animal Crossing.
Who is the Star Trek
Okay,
Kid?
but that could be such a good joke later on. Let's not plan our jokes at this point.
Please don't
Okay,
make
I
me
have-
plan ahead for jokes.
I have an idea for one.
Okay.
Also,
What is it?
The
Scotty, the
stereotypical-
Star Trek
the
kid. Star
stereotypical
Trek
gay
nerd is
kid who
named
always
Scotty.
shows up
Thank
5
you
minutes
again.
late with Starbucks.
Okay, fine. We can call the Star Trek kid Scotty, but
Thank
there is
you,
no
Silent
relation
Infinity.
to Scott, who I am dating.
No, but Scotty is in the
None.
the Star
Zero.
Trek character Scotty.
No, spell it differently.
I know.
Spell
I
it like with
Star
like an
Trek.
IE.
I-
Or
Yeah,
something.
that's the
Or with a
character
K.
spell.
I spelled it with an IE.
Yeah. Also, he
All
doesn't
right,
go by Scotty, so I don't know. It's not really that different.
He doesn't. Vic, what did you say your idea for one was?
The stereotypical gay kid who shows up like 5 minutes late with Starbucks every time, no matter where he's going.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, that sounds like the perfect opportunity for another non-binary character.
Yeah.
Glitch on Twitch says my 80s is showing in the temptation to have a Point Dexter.
What's a Point Dexter?
Like I think like the geeky smart dude.
I'm willing to chalk that up to the same like actually person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like the actually is just the modern like word
It's
equivalent.
like someone who's
We
like
don't want too many characters who are going to outshine us.
Okay, so
Okay. Wait, let's name the late with coffee. That can double as one of the goths. I feel.
Yes.
Right? Or is that just
Yeah.
me? I feel like non-binary people name themselves after objects and colors.
that is
Why not
So
go with
what's sitting
Cyan?
around?
Stop. That's no.
Point
no,
Dexter as a name
Okay.
for the
that has a
actually guy.
special. We have no. We can't use Scion for a name because I do that all the time because of my proclivities as a Mist fan.
Yo,
Ah.
it says so. Glitch on Twitch says
Lazuli.
Point Dexter as a name for the actually guy is good.
Point
I agree.
Dexter is. Wait, like you think like as like a nickname?
As an as a nickname or even an actual
Okay.
name because it can be an actual name.
that'd be
Okay,
cool.
called. Alright, okay. I did add that. Maybe people call him that to bully
You can
him.
call him Dex. Dexter's Lab.
Every-
But maybe he like kind of enjoys it.
Yeah, like Seeker.
Yeah.
Maybe
He
he
kind of
like,
sounds
owns it.
your-
'Cause he like takes it as a compliment, but it's not meant as one.
Okay. We're gonna name the late with coffee goth Hazel is what I just decided.
I love that.
Good name.
Works.
It'd be ironic
I'm
if he
literally-
didn't like hazel in his coffee. Wait, can you put hazel in your coffee? Isn't that? Yeah.
Put hazelnut, I think.
Jane, do you have anyone in particular who's like in like your like posse or your squad as a queen that we should add? Like
The
do you
thing
have
that I was thinking, like, Rin wouldn't have a posse, considering most of her influence is on social media and that kind of stuff. That's how she gets the stuff and the connections. But other than like,
okay.
she doesn't really want to. Like, she had a posse at the private school. She has a posse there, but since she got booted to the public school, she's like, ugh. No, I'm just here to cut people.
Oh
Okay.
god, I was gonna
dude.
say that we should have like a private school dropout, and then I realized that. I mean, that could be different.
Yeah.
Have
though,
one of those.
You know, like preppy
I-
private school dropout type.
Oh, Rin is like the
Okay.
preppy private school
Yeah, that is
dropout
good.
who's just like really angry about it. So she's
I
just like,
think we should have like one person in the class at least who's like really into your online stuff and like knows
no, I
like
have
your-
a sim. I have a sim.
Oh, you're gonna have a sim.
you need a
Give me
sim.
a
Oh,
sim.
Oh
God.
my god.
Please
Oh,
name your
God.
sim, Jane. Name your sim. Maybe
Um,
just this one. We
name
can
it
name a
thy
person
sim.
after a real character and call it Cam. Love you,
I
Cam.
was literally thinking that.
No, I won't do that. That's mean.
like what's a really simp name?
All I can think about is my friends who were simps. I can't.
I don't know, maybe like a Larry or something.
Oh, okay. What
Larry.
pronouns are you looking for this simp person?
Yeah, what gender for the Sims?
I feel like most Sims are like he, they. I mean, he, them.
Jared.
I'm sorry. Just he. Most Sims are just dudes. And like really
Okay.
toxic masculinity dudes. Let's see.
Consider Jared.
Yes!
Consider what?
Jared.
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 Jared. Oh my god.
And have him like
Okay.
be the creepy guy too,
Sure.
the one that all the girls are just like, don't come
Jared
near
from
me.
Subway.
Hey.
There was no greater
Some
pleasure
art
than
imitates
writing
life.
But
Jared
you know what? Roll with
Kim
it. Roll with it.
Simp
Let's
on
go.
my doc. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, maybe a couple more, and then we can call it. Okay, perhaps another addition to the goth group. No, just someone who's super quiet, like super duper quiet, and
Yeah,
never
exactly.
speaks.
Brian LeBerge is
Just describing me in high
googling
school.
simp.
Okay, yeah, no, let's make a really like a super duper quiet girl, maybe who was homeschooled before high school.
Oh,
yeah.
Make her name
That's a good
Natalie, but
idea.
spell it really weird.
We already did that with the Ashley.
I know, but still,
Okay,
like,
but, like,
homeschool
but, like,
parents,
White girls can
home-
have weirdly spelled names.
Like Ashlyn or McKennedy.
Oh my god,
Kennedy.
McKennedy.
Oh my
That
god,
one-
Becky.
Oh.
Are we gonna name this poor girl McKennedy?
Yes.
Name her McKennedy.
That's why she never speaks. That's why she never speaks.
Oh
I
no!
wouldn't speak either. I wouldn't
Oh.
speak either.
I feel bad for her
Writing
now.
I'm sorry in parentheses. So I feel bad and she doesn't even exist.
Let's see. What are should we have like the slut character, or does Rin qualify as that?
I feel like I'm not
I think
buying
that's
into that
your
stereotype.
call.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because I know that that's just like a
Oh.
super common. Oh, okay. So I know that Rin isn't going to play the role of like, I don't plan on her being too much of a mean girl. Should we have like the actual mean girl squad?
Like popular girl rivalry
Exactly.
of popular
Yeah.
mean girl versus popular nice girl.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Although not like in the nice
So-
girl PM way. Oh my goodness, no nice. No Gone Girl stuff is going down.
Okay. So who is our popular mean girl?
Name her. Oh, what was the original name that I was going to give Rin before I switched?
Oh my god, I don't
Vivian.
remember.
Vivian.
Vivian.
Oh,
That's
that's
Oh my
good.
perfect.
god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. And maybe she should be a cheerleader because of my personal issue.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. Laugh
Issues.
it up. Laugh it up.
Super Mario.
What if people call her Viv?
Or people call me.
Vivian Timothy, only liking to be called by their real name.
By their full name.
Oh my god.
Imagine.
Stream dropped for a sec, but it's back up, so we're
Uh,
good.
Okay. Sorry we missed y'all.
It's okay,
Let-
Brian.
Okay, wait.
It's
So
okay,
so she's
Silent
Vivian.
Infinity. No
and-
shame in being old. Happens to the best of us.
I'm
You
gonna
can
say
have-
I'm gonna give Vivian two like cronies.
Heather and
Who are
Veronica.
named- No,
Aw.
no.
Oh,
We
yeah,
can't do
No, they're-
that.
No, they're both just named Heather. God no.
worse.
Uh,
That one's worse.
Can we actually name one of them
Uh,
Heather
thanks.
though? Because it fits really well.
Oh,
Wait,
what about
we could
Lexi
do- we could
for
do-
one of
wait.
them?
Lexi, that's good. Lexi and
Lexi is more
Oh,
fitting
God.
than you know.
Oh god.
Having only met one Lexi. That's
Same.
Brianna.
Same wavelength here.
Brianna,
Gotcha,
that's
Phil.
good. Yeah, Lexi and Brianna. Okay.
Look at
That's
me coming up
that's a
with all
pretty
of these names.
significant amount of people. Yeah, maybe the cronies aren't in the class, but like they're like in the school, but she's in the class.
Mhm.
I think that covers like most significant like high school stereotypes. Oh wait, no, we need one more.
Oh.
Who's the kid who treats the English teacher like their parent?
Wait, that's a thing?
Wow.
You have to.
All of
Wait,
us.
that's a
All
thing?
of us.
Did you really have to call us out like that, fam?
Literally calling out like a solid half of just the
Half of the
people in this group
chat.
right now.
Okay, you say as if I'm not included, but
No,
like
I know.
there's like okay, at least like where Vic and I went to high school, a particular English teacher pretty much had a cult of students who she had to be the mother of.
This is true of at least one English teacher in every school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
school was an out. Actually, no. Wait, one of the teachers was like universally deemed dad. So like, I guess.
That's cool.
let's go. I have like a mostly even gender balance.
Maybe another
at least
non-binary
between-
student.
No, I'm not gonna let myself project on this NPC. I'm preventing it before it happens by stopping it now.
Especially if
Um,
something
okay,
bad
okay,
happened to that
self-insert.
NPC.
Oh.
What about Cecilia?
Oh my gosh, I had a Cecilia who was a bookworm in my
Oh,
high
okay.
school. She was
Okay,
super nice.
we will not use that then. What about? Oh god, I hate my name is now racking for names so hard that I started
Wait,
thinking about the
Liana?
names of my stuffed animals.
What about like
That's
yeah,
bad.
like Lily?
Oh my god.
I was thinking of like Lily or Liliana, like that. Lillian, something like that.
Lily.
Oh, Lillian.
Okay.
I like that. That has like grandma vibes.
Lillian. She's
Oh my
the. Okay, I listed her as a cottagecore English teacher groupie.
Yes,
Oh my god.
Okay.
love that.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think the last thing we have to do on this front is name your homeroom teacher. What subject is it, and what is that the teacher's name and like vibe as a teacher?
I feel like it should be like the gym teacher or something.
No,
like one of
gym-
those
No,
teachers
but
that like
some teachers
Some
don't do
teachers don't
homeroom,
even have
especially not in a
homeroom,
small
yeah.
not in a small
I
town.
guess.
Only in like a super overflow school.
I guess.
Um, Maybe we should
Just thinking
have.
of like
I'm thinking
a
science.
teacher who like barely cares.
Science.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the
Physics has
apathetic
been-
science teacher.
Physics has been the theme of the day, so has it been it should be a physics teacher.
Yeah,
I
apathetic
suppose
physics
so.
teacher. You know, he's a little. Maybe he's been
Okay.
teaching. He's getting closer and
Yeah, he's
closer to
been for so
retirement.
long.
He's like, I don't give a damn about these kids who just smoke
Oh
a
my
cigarette
god,
in the
I love
classroom.
it. I love
And
it.
they like
Okay.
No,
and
we're-
they like can't fire him because like
Mr. Charleston.
around.
We have
Oh,
several votes for gym
Mr.
teacher, for gym teacher homeroom.
That doesn't. But
That's
like that
not a
doesn't
thing, though.
happen. Like did you?
I don't know.
Only
It
to
could
understand, like, we
happen.
didn't
Had it
have
happen.
homeroom teachers.
Amanda, like
Like, we
between
didn't have homeroom, and I know that's
between
not
the
a
two
thing.
of us, we both went to like overflow schools with like 4,000 kids and still didn't have gym teacher homerooms.
Yeah, but there's monsters in this. I don't know.
If it's a
that big
small
deal.
school, it would make sense that there'd be a gym teacher in a homeroom.
Okay, if chat really wants gym teacher homeroom, we could say gym teacher
I'm
homeroom.
sorry.
Maybe the gym
Because-
teacher is also like
Wait, no, the
Another
gym
teacher.
teacher is teaching
Like,
homeroom
also, like,
because
the
the
health
teacher that was
teacher or
supposed to
something.
the teacher that was supposed to teach homeroom had a baby and is out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
smart.
like that.
Mm.
I'm so-
Okay.
I didn't mean for that to become overbearing. I just thought of it in my head and I
Oh.
spoke.
What
Gym
about
teacher
break
Mr.
up over
Nielsen?
an argument over
How
what
does
the
that as a
homeroom is.
name?
Mr.
and
Bartlett or
Mr.
something like that.
Nielsen. Maybe Mr. Nielsen is like an ex-athlete, and he's like a little too enthusiastic about the sports teams.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Oh, can we give him marital issues?
School sports, yes, as every good teacher does. Has
At the very least,
marital
every good gym teacher.
issues. Okay. So, in our class, we have Jace, fencing team captain, Lloyd, our Chad and multi-team athlete, Marvin, the overachiever, B, the local stoner, TM, Damien, troubled kid, Ashley, the horse girl, Timothy and Timothy only, the actually nerd who skipped a grade, Grace, who is the theater spokesperson, Scotty, the Star Trek kid, Hazel, the late with coffee goth, Jared, the simp, McKennedy, who never speaks, and was probably homeschooled, Vivian, the head cheerleader, and Lillian, the English teacher groupie in Mr. Nielsen's homeroom class of Violet Cove High School. Okay. I think that that marks us as almost done. Barring the one more thing I have to do, which is let you guys know how the game is starting, so you can prepare for our next stream when we'll play. So we are going to start with the beginning of the school year. That seemed the most fit to me. New beginnings, people will be coming in and stuff. I'll draw up a chart of like where exactly these people sit in the classroom. And, because assigned seats. I actually don't know if that's a thing in every high school, but it was in mine. We're going to be starting. Yeah, we're going to be starting with the beginning of the year with the charity football game that I think I wrote about in the doc, which is Summit Prep Private School versus Violet Cove High School within the next 2 weeks. And I think that's it. So if everyone wants to, as Harry says, go around and plug their pluggables, now would be a great time. So you can know where to find us. We'll go in the same order. Phil, go ahead.
All right. If you want to see more stuff from me, you can follow me on Instagram at dr.kutch or on Twitch at Phil_Kutch. You can just twitch.tv/Phil_Kutch. Pop right up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Harry?
Yes, hi, I'm Harry. You can find me on YouTube. Well, here. Subscribe, like, favorite, all that fun bullshit. I also have the Saratoga by Night podcast, which is on hiatus, but is coming back sooner rather than later. Controlled Chaos is another podcast I do on this channel. I'm also live on twitch.tv/TheOnyxPath, Thursday nights from 9:30 to 11:30 p.m. And I may have a few other things on the Onyx Path Twitch coming up down the pipeline, so stay tuned.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm also on Twitter at Harry_Wyckoff.
Vic, do you have anything to plug?
I guess my Instagram, I'm not really active on it. Vic Myhre, MYHRE, because I know the spelling is going to be an issue.
A long-term
It
problem.
always has been. That's basically it. I don't really have a social media presence. I don't do that kind of thing, so it's kind of dead. Though I think my last post was months ago.
Great.
So that's about it.
All right, Pand?
You can follow me at Pandmilo, Pandmilo, on Twitter and Instagram. Also going to plug our own Twitter and Instagrams. So if you haven't followed us already, it's at Violet Cove RP, both on Instagram and Twitter. Please follow us for more fun stuff and also to see when we're streaming and to get the links.
Yes, Jane, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Jane. You can find me at Twitter and Tumblr at The Confused Crow, all one word, all lowercase. I post art, and you will find a flood of art for this lovely show coming up soon. So if you want to see how all of our characters look, check it out. Other than that, I also post comics. And you can find me here at whenever the episodes get uploaded for Confused Chaos. No,
Controlled
that's
Chaos.
just me on a daily basis.
That's what it really is.
Controlled Chaos.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm Max. As previously stated, probably enough times, you can find me on Twitter at ArcaneGoth. The same for Instagram. If you're interested in my cosplay, that's arcanegoth.cos. If you follow me on Twitter, sorry for the Fire Emblem fan art, but it is what it is. You can also find me here when Saratoga by Night resumes, and in Controlled Chaos, in which my character has now lost all 4 limbs. So
Ask in the chat.
that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed our session 0 or interested in our characters, and we'll see you guys, I guess, next Wednesday at 3.
Yep.
Next
Alright.
Wednesday at 3 for our first session. Goodbye.
Be safe, make good choices, don't let the vampires bite, and wear a fucking mask. Goodbye.
Don't make
Swear
deals with the
mask.
Fae.
Yep.
And the stream is off the air.